Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives, Season 16, Episode 6. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it. We're going to get into it. Listen, even though this says episode 6, why this season feel like it's been on and we getting ready to watch the season finale? I don't know if it was the buildup of this whole Kenya Moore hair care salon and spa expose of poster boards with, I don't know. But it just seems like this season has been on forever. But we have a ways to go. We're only on episode 6. So, child, let's get into it. So, it's the next day, and it's the aftermath. The producers are asking Shamia what she thought about last night, and she said she had never seen something so low. Cynthia said it really hit her because of who she knows that Kenya is. So then we see 48 hours later. Baby, the dramatics of it all. Do you hear me? So then we see Britt, and she's sitting at home. She's looking visibly upset. She's in her room. It looks subdued. There's not really a lot of color. She's sitting there and she looks like she hasn't slept. So then she tells us that she has not slept in 24 hours. Everyone is calling her talking about this event. So Mike comes in talking about, what you doing? The camera crew is here, sir. So what the hell you think she doing? Please have a seat. So he sits down. She's telling Mike about how she spent $250 on flowers for Kenya to apologize. And Kenya planned to ruin her reputation. And she was like, I might lose my license over this. Now, for me, I just feel like it's one of those situations where it was taken too far and to the extreme on both parts. But I can see how people would feel that Britt was more wronged. Now, me personally, I feel like it was a cause and effect. Should Kenya have gone to hell? Absolutely not. But did she? She absolutely did. So she's telling us that as a teenager, she let her boyfriend film her giving fellatio on camera. And then when she was in her 20s, she was a cam girl. She says she scrubbed the internet. And the fact that Kenya still somehow managed to get this information is beyond her. Now, immediately upon her saying this, now I don't know if y'all know, but P. Willie got a YouTube channel, child. And she said in one of the comment sections, because Kenya came and was like, you know, nobody gave me this information. I found it out on my own, because Portia was saying that it was a housewife that handed over the information that's still on the show. So Kenya was like, that's not true. And she really didn't like Portia trying to use her situation to get people to subscribe to her YouTube channel. So then Portia blurts out that she showed a picture of Britt and she was underage. So when Britt sits here and says, well, I let my boyfriend film me, but I was a teenager, I'm like, oh my God. So what Portia said was true. Kenya, what were you thinking? Baby, that is beyond unnecessary. Do you hear me? When I say beyond, it's so lowbrow. And even though I know Kenya has pulled some stunts, just like she pulled Kim Fields' damn chair out. Baby, when I tell y'all I was livid back then, I was not reviewing shows. So, you know, for everybody saying, y'all soon to forget. I don't soon to forget nothing. Especially if it's got to do with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Baby, y'all better ask my patrons. Honey, I will run an Atlanta-ism and a scene, an episode number in a minute. I never forgot what she did when she brought that damn cookie lady. I never forgot what she did when she got jealous of Cynthia getting closer to Kim Fields, and she wasn't really showing up for Cynthia like she should have, and so she chose Kim Fields, and she was mad, and she tried to pull that girl's chair out. I will never forget how she used to treat Shamia when she called her shimmy shimmy shenay. I will never forget that. So that has nothing to do with what's going on today's state. Like I said, although Kenya has done some low down dirty things, this right here really took the cake. It's like up there. Okay, it's really up there. Now, as she's crying, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, honey, I really wasn't feeling nothing. I'm sorry, I just wasn't. But I don't know. It's just I'm not able to connect with this woman. So although I feel she was very wronged and I feel bad for her, I just don't feel like Oh my gosh, this just makes it worse. It just wasn't giving that for me. Now, as she's crying, Kelli stops by with a little care package. She brought over food. She brought over an IV specialist. And let me tell y'all something. If you've never had IV therapy, get it. Okay? I go monthly. It is everything. It really helps. It helps with inflammation. They give you this thing. Well, this is what I usually get. There's a shot of, I think it's called glutathione. And baby, it keeps you on your Benjamin Button. Okay, and I know this ain't got nothing to do with the review, honey, but the heifer's gonna be fine. So y'all just listen to me for a minute. Get you that, okay? And make sure that you get your D3 shot and your infusions, baby. It's just good, okay? It is good. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But Kelli, you did your damn thing with that one. Moving forward. And I felt like that was really nice of Kelli. And they sit down and Kelli is saying, you know, how Kenya wasn't like that when she was with her. But at the event, Kenya went so low. And when she was doing all that, she was like, oh, this garden tool is crazy. Oh, really? So she said, I just really didn't like how distasteless it was. Distasteless? Well, that's a new one on me. But distasteful, it was. It was definitely distasteful for real. Now, I feel like Kelli is going through a divorce with an abusive fool, allegedly, and she still made time for Britt. And I hope that she's appreciated, and I also hope that somebody is pouring into her, because I haven't heard one person ask Kelli about her. Kelli, how's your divorce going? Are you okay? She's running around checking on everybody else, making sure that everything is everything, and I don't see anybody pouring into her. So I'm just hoping that she doesn't continue to pour from her empty cup and not get anything in return. You know, they're sitting there and they're talking, and like I said, I hope that somebody is pouring into Kelli as well. So then Britt starts saying how Kenya has been poking her since the day she met her. Actually, you just made that up. You just made that up. We saw your interactions with Kenya from first meeting to those funeral flowers that you brought up and through that event. That lady was not poking you. Okay? What Kenya did was wrong, don't get me wrong. But girl, I'm not going to sit here and just let you lie. You love to put some stank on it. That woman was not gunning for you from the beginning. That's crazy. I feel like Britt is in shambles, honey, and my mama always told me, leave people alone, because it's always somebody willing to call your bluff. Please don't huff and puff unless you ready to get your house blown down. She has always told me that. Okay, so you child, because people be unhinged, child, so you better leave people alone. And Kenya, you know, if you did show these pictures of her when she was a teenager, girl, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. However, I don't feel like Britt is completely innocent. She's just not. So then Kelli brings up doing something fun with the ladies, and Britt is down for it. She was like, yeah, I would love to do it. In the next scene over at Shamia's house, she's getting all the ladies together. Side note, Shamia, baby, I like you in this new purple confessional. Yes, ma'am. You look good, girl. You really do look good. So anywho, all the ladies start to arrive. Portia and Angela arrive first. Angela, you look cute, girl. Okay, giving a real cute referee and whatnot. Baby Angela then came in with that perimenopause fan and her rehearsed reads, talking about, yeah, I may have a fan, but that's because I'm the hottest bitch in the room. Okay, girl. Angela, please. Girl, it's okay. Baby, I'm popping. Do you hear me? I'm real popping. And I still have hot flashes. It's okay. We're aging. Baby, I'm praying to get older. Okay? Because I want to be around. So it's okay if you have perimenopause, honey. It's okay. We talking about it. It's normal to talk about it now. Y'all will be fine. Moving forward. So then they started talking about how, you know, Kenya basically went so low and twirled on down the hill. Portia said that she's never seen that side of her or seen her do something to that extent. So then Kelli said, I ain't gonna lie to you, I wouldn't be able to forgive her. I'm sorry. That wouldn't work for me. She said that was premeditated and I just don't get down with that. Girl, your friend was unhinged as well. Okay, now I'm sorry, but you can't be one of them yes friends. You got to tell your friend when she's wrong. Okay? So then she asked Portia, she said, could you forgive her? Hell no. Girl, no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Girl, no. Portia would have bulldozed through there like the Tasmanian devil. Baby, Portia would have tore that place down. Do you hear me? She would have tore them damn poster boards up. She would have tore Kenya up. She would have tore up the people who blew up the posters. She would have tore production's equipment up. Portia would have tore that place up. She dragged Kenya across the stage by her hair for a bullhorn. Do you think that Portia was just going to sit there and let Kenya display her intimate photos? Oh, girl, please. So then Shamia's mom comes in and she gives them some words of wisdom. Now, I have to say, I love how she told them not to tear each other down. I love that. It was so refreshing to see a positive mom, and I can see where Shamia gets her demeanor from. She's a lot like her mother. You can tell. And do y'all remember, because I know this ain't got nothing to do with it, but y'all know I'm going to throw, this is the Sweet 16 season, honey. We have made it thus far. Do y'all remember when they were all at that dinner, and it was kind of dark in the room, and Mama Joyce, that's when she first came on without that Mama Joyce wig. That's when she used to wear her hair in a roller set. Okay, and it was giving, like, you know, them little flowers that you blow on, and they just all the little feathers and stuff disappear, like, I don't know what it's called, but that's how Mama Joyce had her hair. And she was sitting at that table, and she tried to get Kim and Nene to speak to each other. Baby, I will never forget that. And I remember watching that thinking, Mama Joyce is so sweet. I just love how she's coming in as the mom to try to offer, you know, some advice and get the girls to like each other and speak to each other. Child, that was out the window. He said he was going to find you. He had a bomb and he was looking to blow you the fuck up. Oh my God. She went from trying to get the helpers together to telling Phaedra, he said he had a bomb, he was looking for you, and he was going to blow you the fuck up. Ma'am, you did not have to repeat it twice. Now, that's neither here nor there. That's just a throwback. Moving forward. So then Angela says to Portia, girl, what did you know about Charles? Because I was offended by that. Okay, I'm offended, and I don't know why you said that. So she was like, girl, I was just playing with you. Ma'am, see, and this is why I don't be taking what you say at face value, Portia, because you be lying. You said on that YouTube that you told her that night that you were playing. And I thought back in my head, because people be trying to play tricks on me. I thought back in my head, like, did she say that? But you did not say that you were just playing with her. You acted like you were confused as to why she did that scene with Charles. But then here we are. Yeah, you're just now telling her that you were playing. Girl, you got a little lying problem. Now, she told her that it probably wasn't the best joke, and it wasn't. But then she gonna lie, talking about, well, you know, I got the information from my cousin. That's what she said in her confessional. You know, she got them glasses, and every time you tell her something, she just gonna put them glasses on, and she gonna find out. Well, honey, she should have had her investigative glasses on to see the scammer that Simon is. Okay, Simon U-Haul Gorbadia. Okay, that's who she should have been checking on instead of Charles. Charles, your lunch is ready. They hating on you. This is a fool. Baby, y'all crazy. So then Drew arrives late again. Ma'am, if you can't come on time, you need to stay out that studio. Okay, because it's giving friend of. I'd hate for you to be demoted. You and Ralph are already fighting over who gonna pay for the pest control. So you gonna need to keep this job. Girl, if you don't show up. So they're asking Drew, like, what's going on, girl? How are things going? So she starts saying how she has to go back to court, and because her and Ralph stay in the same house, it's like they're still family. So Angela was basically just saying, you know, divorce is hard. So then she looks to Portia and she says, Portia, do you feel like you're getting support with your divorce? So here go Portia talking about, you know, I fantasize about getting the divorce and somehow coming together because we have a family. Portia, please with this. Please with this. That man has a family with every woman that he marries. I don't know why you acting like y'all was 20 plus years in. Y'all had 3 weddings and was divorced by the time y'all had the damn 3rd reception. Please just cut it out. So Angela was asking her if he came to her tomorrow and said that he wanted to work things out, would she do it? And she was like, no, because you cannot disrespect my mama. Basically, Simon put her mama in the paperwork saying that she was in on coming in on him with an armed gunman. So no. Okay. Portia, girl, and I mean, you know, mama might be a problem, friend. Because first, the extra large pizza with the works on the white couch, according to Cordell. And now this is a fool. This is a fool. But no, seriously. But in all seriousness, please be very for real. Okay. When you went there and tried to fight Dennis' mama. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I ain't forget Portia's family matters. I was talking about you got a family with somebody. And then she gonna say, and then he just discarded my child. So then she starts saying how Pilar came into the room and she was asking for Simon, and she told her that Simon was at work, and Pilar wanted to know how long he was going to be there, when he was going to come back. So she texted Simon that Pilar had asked about him, and he left on red. Oh, baby. He cuts them off. Okay? He cuts them off and any extension of them. But Portia, girl, please stop using your daughter to talk to that man. Stop doing that. He never cared, and he's showing you that he's never cared. And I wouldn't even have brought him around my child. Let's just be very for real. Let alone move in with me. And his little weird self, girl, just move on. Okay? Move on. If he can leave every woman behind in his wake with children, he'll do the same to you. So just leave him alone. So she's crying, and she says she feels like now she doesn't love him anymore because the thing that she loved about him is that she felt safe with him. Girl, that man never gave safe. He gave placeholder, but he never gave safe. He was creepy to me through the pictures, child. Anywho, moving forward. So in the confessional, Drew is kind of saying how she really wants to be there for Portia because she can relate in more ways than one, but she can't because they're in this place. And I really feel bad for Drew. I feel like Portia is being mean to her for no reason. Like, girl, stop being mean to this girl. It's ridiculous. So Kelli is telling the ladies that she wants to get them together for a garden party, but she wants to make sure that Drew and Portia are okay. I mean, child, that ain't even a real beef, so we really can move forward. Portia's staying mad so nobody will ask her about Simon, and so now the focus is on Dennis. She ain't fooling me. She is not. Portia talking about, when me and my child's father speak, it's not about Drew. Meanwhile, the first co-parenting scene we saw with you and him was y'all talking about Drew. Child had you in tears and everything, your little jean jumpsuit. Girl. Portia, please. So she said, she wants to move on and she wants to be the more mature one. Okay, Portia, that's good. Okay, it's a good thing because I wasn't here for it, really and truly. So then, Angela wanted to take shots of MJ's alcohol. Here come Drew. Talking about, y'all know Jordan is my cousin. Yes, my maiden name is Drew Jordan. Drew, let me do a little investigation, honey, because every Jordan ain't kin. Girl, goodbye and good night. Over on the other side, Kelli and her daughter are at home and they're doing a little yoga. Now, she tells us that her daughter has been her right hand and she has really been there for her. She's found her on the floor in the fetal position crying before. And you know what? It's sad, but it's true. The oldest, especially the oldest daughter, is always the one that has so much burden to bear. And it's exhausting. As they're doing the yoga, they get done, they go sit down. She sees this article on her phone about her husband and all of their court proceedings. The producers want to know, girl, what was in the article? All her business. That's pretty much cut and dry. It was all her business. And I was just wondering, where is this article? Because I never saw it. But maybe that's just me. So they're sitting down and her daughter said, well, he's not fighting for custody of me because he doesn't care for me. That's probably because he knows that you have your mama's back and they hate that. Okay? I would not want an abusive man to care for me anyway. He does not need custody of any of those children if he's being violent, like Kelli is saying. He could hurt them just to spite her. Child, I don't put nothing past nobody. And the fact that this woman has to go to every scene with a security guard, that is insane. So I don't know exactly what they're doing and how they doing it, but baby, you're better off. Trust me. So her daughter said, I have just accepted it. And that's really sad. Kelli feels like she let Chloe down when it comes to that. But girl, you did not let her down. You didn't. We never know things are going to fall apart until they do. You're a great mom. And the reason why I know that is because you care that you let her down. Some people never take accountability for their parenting. They feel like the decisions that they make only affect them. And they do not. They affect your child as well. So the fact that you sat there and said, I feel like I let her down, it shows me that you care about how she feels. So that in itself is A1 to me. Girl, you doing a good job. Sis, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. Moving forward. So Kelli is telling her daughter that she wants her to one day get married because she deserves love. And her daughter was like, no, I'm afraid I might end up like you. It's so amazing to me the damage that those divorces do on kids. I pray that she lets that fear go because every man isn't a bad man. Really and truly, child, I give him a hard time, okay? Because of what I've been through and whatnot. But every man is not a bad man. And so I hope that she doesn't let this deter her from actually finding her person. You got some years to go, honey. You only 17. You gonna get there. You gonna get there. In the next scene, it's time for Drew to leave so Ralph can come upstairs, honey, from up under the stairs. He gets to come up to the upper level to be with the kids when she has to leave. Child, I see Allison is making her presence known this season, honey. She's like, look, I am here and I have my sister's back. I know that's right. So Drew and the kids, they're sitting down eating breakfast. And Ralph just comes upstairs talking about, it's my turn. Baby, you came up here to be seen on camera. Just go away. Something about you is just very icky. He talking about, it's my time to be here. Okay, but you need to wait. You know she hasn't left yet. There was no reason for you to come in early. So Drew is telling him, listen, I need to talk to you for a second. So she pulls him to the side. They go to the side and she brings up him needing to pay the exterminator per the attorney. He starts talking about, I'm paying all the bills as it is. You can pay the exterminator. Child, he just wants us to know he pay all the bills. Sir, turn in those financials to the court. How about that? We don't know how you paying for all the bills because you won't turn in your discovery. So let's get it going. Okay, let's get it going. So she gets in the car because he's trying it. And she was like, it's just so hard trying to co-parent with him. So when her sister got in the car, she's telling her, I'm upset because Ralph is trying me. And when it's his time, he doesn't even come upstairs. So he leaves the children alone, or does he make the children visit him downstairs? I was so confused. Like, I knew that he just wanted to be on camera and be seen, so I would have ignored him. Drew, you got to play the long game. When he would have popped up the way that I would have taken my Eggo waffle to go, Lego my Eggo, Lego. Baby, I would have gotten in the car, shoo, honey, I would have texted the kids goodbye. I don't want to be around you. I said good day. Okay, goodbye. And I know that you want to argue with him, but arguing who gonna pay the bug killer is petty. Okay? Pay it, Drew, and then submit it to the court. Now, this is a supersized episode for whatever reason because they want to drag this out. So here we go, because I know this might be a long review. In the next scene, Shamia goes to the studio to drop some beats, and RL is there, and he's helping her on her album. And I guess Shamia didn't want to bother Candy because I'm wondering why, she ain't never tried to sing a song. Honey, I'm just wondering. So Angela comes to the studio and she's like, I just want to apologize to you, Shamia, about Portia not knowing your song. Angela, you ain't slick. Okay, she might be fooling y'all, but she ain't fooling me. You wanted to bring up that mess because of her mentioning Charles. I see you, girl. Okay. So Shamia said that her and Portia talked about it, and Portia said that she really didn't know that was Shamia for real. She said, I was upset, but I was like, okay, girl. And like Angela said, girl, make sure all that support that you give is reciprocated. Yes, Shamia, girl, you got to learn to stand up for yourself. She gets in a confessional talking about she a people pleaser and she prioritizes Portia's feelings before her own. And she does that with a lot of people. Well, baby, listen, we are in our 40s and we're going to need to cut that out. You need to return serve. Your energy cannot be around me at this time in my life if you're not for me. Because people will take all your good and they will leave you drained. Let's not let people do that. So then Drew arrives at the studio. Hey, girl. So Shamia is saying that she was excited about her song because it wasn't Drew's song. And, she's like, I'm a singer and I'm sensitive about my stuff. She was highly upset that Portia was playing in her damn face when she's not new to music. She feels like now RL has given her the confidence that she needs again. So Drew then says, that's what Dennis did for me. The royalties that I get from this song, they gonna pay for PJ's college. Now listen, I know Shamia thought that Drew went too far, but I get it. I do. Because she may have said it wrong, but she's just saying, I'm about to make Dennis a whole lot of money. And he can use that for his kid, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. Here goes Shamia again, trying to take up for Portia. Baby, it's okay. Okay? She'll be all right. So then they play one of her songs, and it's called T-Shirt. Baby, when I tell you, if you create a song that has T-Shirt in it, it's gonna be a hit. When you're not here, I sleep in your T-shirt. Shout out to Destiny's Child. T-shirt and my panties on. Shout out to Adina Howard. So baby, go ahead and get this song done so that I can add it to my T-shirt collection. Okay? Because, yes, ma'am. A T-shirt song gonna hit every time. Okay? It's gonna hit every time. In the next scene, Britt is at the house and her mom stops by for the delusion of it all. Ma'am, what is this little Cool Rider leather jacket you wearing in this confessional? What is this? Child, did Kenya take your fashions with her as well? Like, what is happening? So her and her mom are sitting there talking, and of course, it's about the situation. So she's saying that her mom was really supportive when she found out what was going on. And she's telling her that she talked to her sister and that her sister told her, listen, I still got your back. You are still my sister at the end of the damn day. So she starts crying and she tells her mom that she hates dealing with all this hate. Ma'am, she wasn't hating on you until you kept coming at her. Stop acting like only one of y'all were wronged. Now listen, people may think that Kenya was wronger. Okay, and I know that's not a word. It's more wrong. But you're no angel. Now, her mom did give some mom speech. You know, girls are like that. They be jealous of you. They be trying to hate. Let me guess. It's because she's pretty. Okay, got it, girl. She said that she used to tell her mom how she hated when people would pick on her. And she's saying Kenya's number one goal was to bring her down. But I don't think Kenya set out to get you, ma'am. You got to let that paranoia go. Now, you may have gone through some things in high school, but that's not this. Okay, it's not. And she feels like her reputation has been tarnished, which I can agree to that because, I mean, people that weren't aware of who you are and what you've done are now seeing it. And then baby mama said, look, she was Miss USA. She's supposed to be motivating young girls, not doing no BS like this. Here go Britt talking about, you know what? I'm going to be classy and I'm not going to match her energy. Girl, what? Baby, the energy was already given. I cannot even with this lady, okay? Behaving like she didn't bring up a GUN. Girl, bye. And not your mama talking about, yeah, we're too classy for that. Classy? Is that before or after you got your Glock, Erykah Badu? Because I got the block on lock, the Glock stay hot. Is that before or after? Like, girl, got lots of money that I keep under my bed. Y'all know I love me some music. Anyway, Erykah Badu, girl, bye. Moving forward. You wouldn't know classy if it hit you in the face. Over on the other side of the A, Portia and Shamia go for a friend date. Portia said the therapist told her she needs to focus on herself. Girl, that therapist probably telling you to leave the men alone. So they sit down, they talking about the mess and whatnot. Portia talking about waking up in your 40s, something always hurting. Girl, that is so very true. My hip hurting right now, okay? But y'all making fun of Angela and these hot flashes. Baby, let me tell you something. At any moment, one of them flashes might jump off her and jump on you. Please do not make fun of the hot flashes of it all. So Shamia said, you know, Kelli calls Angela Netta. Now, if y'all don't know who Netta is, there's this couple that just took over TikTok. Miss Netta and Charles. And baby, she has branded herself a phenomenon. Okay? And when she said that, I said, oh my gosh. Now Miss Netta, the way she gonna get over on that damn TikTok and tell people that she's an icon and the Housewives mentioned her. Why, Lord? Shamia, why would you do that? Why would you mention that? Oh my God. So then Shamia starts talking about Father's Day, asking Portia what she should get. Portia was like, I already got Dennis stuff. But then Shamia starts saying, well, what's going on with Dennis? Especially with Drew. Is he gonna be filming with her or what's going on? So Portia said he told her that it was for promo. And he also told her that she wanted to film, but he didn't do it. And did. 8 days later, and did. Baby, he definitely filmed with her. Try to be playing all in your damn face. But just so we all are clear, I don't really care about Portia, Dennis, and Drew. I'm sorry, I just cannot. It's not giving real. So let's move on. So they get up, they go play some mini golf. Shamia was doing all that smack talking. She ended up losing. They started talking about Shamia and Gerald, and Portia wanted to know if they come there for date nights. And she was like, no, I mean a few times, but we're really trying to work on expanding our family. And I would think that Portia would know that because they're BFFs. Okay. So Shamia still has an embryo and she wants to do something with it, and it's only a small percentage that it might be successful. So then she asks Portia, well, what did you do with your embryo? Girl, no, you didn't plan on having no baby with that man. Portia, girl, what do you be thinking? And you ain't tell us that. Baby, that is crazy. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't even freeze meat from the grocery store with Simon, let alone some embryos. And thank you, Shamia, honey, because we had no idea. She said he didn't send a cease and desist about the embryo, did he? Girl, not for the embryo. Now listen, as she was talking, I could tell that Portia was hot. Okay, she was pissed. that Shamia brought that up. I could just see it in her face, the way that her demeanor changed. And she was like, yeah, girl, okay, yeah, no, that's put on pause. Yeah, come on, give us some of your dirt. Because I feel like you talking about everything but that. So thank you, Shamia. Thank you for your services. Moving forward. In the next scene, all the ladies meet for Kelli's garden party, her peace brunch. And I was just like, how is this a peace brunch when the people that need peace won't be present? So as she's sitting there waiting for the ladies to arrive, Portia calls her to say that she can't come because she doesn't feel well. Baby, Kelli told this woman, well, I hope you feel better. Take everything you can take. Just don't take anybody else's man. Baby, now that's a read. Baby, when I tell y'all I hollered at that, that was good to me. Bloop. Baby, that was good. Shout out to Nene. Baby, you went to the school of reads. Don't come for us. So then the other ladies start to arrive. Drew, you ain't the last one. And you look cute. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you, girl. So Kelli started sitting down spilling her tea, her own tea, honey, about how her ex-husband and her were in the blogs and how he owes her $10,000 in back child support. He only paid her once. And I know that's right, honey. Set it out. Get it out the way before they try to, spray you with your own stuff. Go on, tell them. So then Britt arrives last. I try to say something positive about everybody if I see it, regardless of what. So Britt, your hair is cute. Okay, there you have it. So she sits down and Shamia is asking how Britt is. But did y'all see? I know this ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. But did y'all see how Britt was patting Drew's back? Drew, girl, you better ask her why she not hugging you, right? Don't let her get away with that. And you see how stupid that sound? You arguing over a pat on the back. Girl, bye. So then Kelli tells her, well, Britt, this brunch is for you. I want you to know you're supportive. And I really want you to talk to them because although me and Shamia have talked to you, they have also talked to Kenya about her feelings. And now, I want you to tell them how you're feeling. Now, she's mad about them talking to Kenya about her feelings. Ma'am, they do not have to stop speaking to Kenya. Come on now. They don't have to stop speaking to her to fit a narrative that you're trying to put together as a victim. They don't have to do that. Like, please be real. Speaking to her does not mean that they agree. You don't know what they told her. They could have pretty much said, girl, I cannot believe you would ever do something as crazy as you did. Like, I can't get down with that. You don't know what they did. And they still know her. So no, they're not just going to cut her off because she made a poor decision. So she starts with this tiny violin and Shamia says, yeah, girl, because you told me that you lost your license. Angela said, based on what? I know that's right, Angela, honey. Let's get into it. Britt gonna say, what are you talking about? What do you mean, based on what? Were you not there? Well, baby, what she say that for? Angela did not like all that snapping. Britt talking about, today is for me. It's about me. And when she said that, I was like, you know what? This is giving the same energy she gave Kenya when she said, I have the card. It's about me. Okay, baby, we get it. You got to be the center of attention at all times. You are spoiled. Okay? Them people over there that's enabling you, they have you spoiled. So then Angela tells her, no, this is about peace and you're not coming in peace. And then you failed to take responsibility for how we even got here. And that's all I'm trying to say. I think Angela summed it up perfectly. You failed to take responsibility for how y'all even got here. So then, baby, she started getting real mad. You need to read the motherfucking room. See, you're aggressive. You're always so aggressive. You always have that snarl on your face. You're always mad. And this is the very energy this lady always brings. It's like a dark cloud everywhere that she goes. She's asking you this question because it's not adding up. So she's yelling at her to read the motherfucking room. And I feel like Kenya lost her mind because she knew how Britt was coming. And I'm loving Angela's energy in this scene, baby. She was not backing down. This is way too much. She just does not want anybody to talk to Kenya because she somehow feels that it takes away from her being the sole victim. It doesn't, baby. Everybody agrees that it was too far. Well, majority of people agree. Some people are like, girl, you should have never messed with her. She already told you, don't come for me unless I send for you. Now you know what that means. So, it's split. But you're not without fault. And I'm sorry, y'all. This lady is unhinged and unlikable. Sorry, not sorry. I just can't get down with it. I'm sorry. It's just too much. So Angela gets up to go over there and sit next to Shamia. Shamia's like, let me ask the question. So Britt, Why did you lose your license? Here go Britt. She get the line. Talking about, well, I mean, you don't lose it right away. Basically, because of everything that went on, I'm under investigation. So who told the insurance people about this scene? So it went from it was taken to now it's under investigation. Okay. Britt is a liar. Point blank in the period. Britt is a liar, and the worse she makes it seem, the more people will really rally around her. That's what she's trying to get to happen. Girl, you do not have to do all that. The act that Kenya showed you doing, that's enough. That is enough for people to see that you were wronged. You don't have to go around lying. And Angela was like, that's what I thought. And she kind of said it underneath her breath. Here you go, Britt. What did you say? Because I'm speaking. What did you say? I said, oh, baby, she real crazy. Y'all can think she ain't if you want to, but baby, she's nuts. Okay? But I love the way that she exposed Britt for lying real quick. I was living for it. Angela got in a confessional. She said, look, I'm a licensed mortgage loan originator. And to lose your license, there has to be a reason. Yes, ma'am. But that adds to the narrative, so people will say, oh my gosh, Kenya really messed up her life, got her license taken. She know exactly what she doing, and she ain't fooling me. Now, Britt told her to twirl on down to her car. You can leave. And Drew is like laughing, like, oh my gosh, Kenya is definitely in the building. You know, she's just, laughing. Now she on Drew, because she didn't like Drew laughing. Drew told her, girl, I didn't agree with what Kenya did, but maybe the two of you can get to a place where you can admit your wrongs. So then she's like, I already admitted mine. I already said mine. So she told them that she doesn't feel comfortable being in a room with Kenya. As does she. She don't feel comfortable being in a room with you. Girl, you threatened to pow. And everybody want to come with this. Well, she didn't specifically say it to Kenya. She didn't say she was gonna. Okay, child, we're not even finna play them games. If you say in the middle of an argument with me, well, really you're arguing with yourself. But if you say out of your mouth, that's okay, I got my whip and my pistol, you best believe that I'm going to think you are directing that to me. So y'all can play with them words all you want to. Now, Drew did validate her feelings. And then Shamia kind of brought the focus back to peace. So then they got up and did a little cha-cha slide. But baby, the way that this episode ended, why did it look like one of those BET movies? Or Medea's Family Reunion? You know how one of those movies always end with them dancing? That's exactly what this gave. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, I had to break it down to y'all, honey, because, it was a whole lot of going on the episode. Y'all comment down below, tell me exactly what you thought about the episode, and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.